Good morning, students. Today we are going to see how to configure standard access control list in Packet Tracer for limiting the communication between the end devices through the router. As we know that the configuration for standard access control list will be done at the router interface. So I am going to arrange the machines as per the topology that you see here and configure the router with the access control list. Let us assign the IP address to the router interface and check whether the devices are initially communicating with each other. Afterwards, we will apply our standard access control list and check also the communication status, which will tell us that we are able to stop the communication from a particular device to the network. Look here, this is actually the 10.10.10.3 is the machine that I am going to stop access to this 192.168.10.0 network. Now let me assign the IP addresses to the router interfaces and then we'll check the communication initially between these devices. Gigabit Ethernet 0/0, the IP address is 192.168.10.1 and I'm going to port status on. And then let me go to the Gigabit Ethernet 0/1, that is this interface, and then let us assign the IP address 10.10.10.1 and I'm going to make the status on. So now we have to wait for a while for the devices should be up and then running. Now we still see an orange color here. That means this part of the network is not ready for communication. We will wait for a few seconds. Now we can see that this interface is also green. That means they are able to communicate with each other. Let us check the communication between the devices. Let me go to the PC 10.2 and then try to ping .2. Let us check the communication 10.2. There is reply. Let us also check 10.3. So the reply we are getting from 10.3. That means the communication between the devices are currently successful. Now I am going to configure the access control list at this Gigabit 0/1 and then let us check that this device, that is 10.10.10.3, should not be able to communicate with 192.168.10.2 and vice versa, right? So that is our, let us assume, or I am just assuming that the configuration at the PC0, PC1, PC2 are already known to the viewers. By the way, this tutorial is not for elementary level user. Those guys who have some experience in Packet Tracer alone can understand this one, because we are skipping the configuration at the PC0, PC1, PC2 level. If you have any questions, please comment and then I will answer how to configure them also. Now let me go to the router configuration. I am going to the router and the interface I am going to concentrate will be Gigabit Ethernet 0/1, where I am going to apply the standard access control list. So I'm going to the command line interface of the router. Now let me go to the global configuration mode and type, I will create the access list. Access list number between 1 and 99. I am giving 1, and then the action is deny or allow. So deny or permit. So I am saying deny host, and then the host IP address what I should give. Which host we are planning to deny is 10.10.10.3, and then I have to also permit host 10.10.2. Actually, users, you can allow the hosts one by one, deny the hosts one by one, or there is also an option which I am going to show you in the other tutorial, how to block the whole network itself. That means there will not be any communication from a particular network itself. Now we have created the standard access control list, and now we have to apply it to the interface that we are planning to. Gigabit Ethernet 0/1. This is where I have to apply this standard access control list. Now I should say IP access group 1 in. Then I will exit. Again I will exit, and I will quit. Now I can see the access list that we have created by the command show access list. So it is going to show the access list that we have created. So the next step is to check the connectivity between the n devices. We have already completed the configuration, and we will see the communication between the devices. So let me go to this device that is actually 10.10.2. Let me try to communicate with 10.3 now. It should not be able to communicate. It says request timeout, request timeout. So it cannot communicate. So let me check with 10.2 what is happening. It is able to communicate. That means, so this is actually the device that we permitted, and this is the device that we have denied communication. Now we will also check from the other side. Let me go to this machine. The communication should be what? Not successful. Let us try to ping 192.168.10.2. Let us see what is the reply. Reply from 10.10.10.1 destination host unreachable. Now if I am going to click from here, if I am going to do the same thing from here, there must be what? The communication. You see, this is able to communicate. So this is the end of the video. Thank you very much. If you have questions, comments, please feel free to do it.